Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's so wonderful.
Yeah, I'm pretty
So,
excited.
yeah, it's great. And it's so fantastic to meet you. So first I wanted to introduce yourself. I'm Liz. I'm the founder of Art for Your Cause and Causability, and
Okay.
we're the ones that sponsored the contest, and I run Art for Your Cause. And so I wanted to meet everybody that won. This is something we go through and just find out about what they do and their art and what prompted you to enter and your cause. I think you chose an Arttitude, maybe.
I did because
Okay.
it's for LGBT youth. So
Yes, I know the people personally, and so
good.
and
Okay,
I've
that's
worked
good.
with them for about 3 or 4 years. So.
Good. Well, I figured they were on your list, so I thought
Mm,
they must be legitimate. So
yes.
yeah.
So introduce yourself and tell me about
Okay.
yourself. And are you a full-time artist? I see you're in a studio, it looks like.
Yeah, this is one of the bedrooms in the house. It's I converted it into my little studio.
That's
So
wonderful.
I'm Jennie Bergerson. I'm actually a retired teacher. I have taught music and computers, and I live in Sun City where we have multiple clubs that you can join.
Hmm.
And I've always wanted to learn art and never had time. So during the pandemic, actually, they had some alcohol ink classes on Zoom,
Hmm.
and I took them and I just fell in love with it. And this actually, I had bookmarked your a contest thinking I was going to show it to some other friends, and I completely forgot. And the Friday before it ended, I think that was the 25th,
Hmm.
I was watching a movie where this woman was riding a horse and her hair was blowing back. And I've become so obsessed with it. Everything I look at, I think, oh, could I do that on alcohol ink?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And and so I thought, oh, I wonder if I could do that. And I thought, oh, I should try to do an LGBT thing. It's Pride Month. And what I literally did was I drew the silhouette,
Profile. Yeah.
put it on, with the tape, the painter's tape, put it on here, used alcohol ink markers to draw it on. And then let's see, I blew it
Hmm.
and I didn't like it. It wasn't enough. So I used real alcohol ink. And then I used my airbrush to finish it up.
It's fantastic. So it just kind of appeared like the wind, huh?
It really did. It maybe 45 minutes. It was just
I
bing
love
bang.
it when that happens.
I know it was just this happy accident.
Mhm. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Well, thank you.
So, do you relate to this piece at all? I mean, does it have any emotional tie to you or
Oh,
any?
definitely.
Okay, you want to tell me about that?
Sure. Well, coming out is just so difficult. I didn't come out to my family till I was in my 30s. I'm almost 60 now.
Wow. Well,
Um,
congratulations, because that is a big, big milestone. I mean, I can't imagine
yeah,
having to come out over something that to me is just should be commonplace. But anyway,
it should. I agree, but
it's.
for me it was gut wrenching
Mhm.
because unfortunately my mother reacted the way I thought she would, and she didn't disown me, but we never really were the same again. And
I'm so sorry to hear that.
well, thank you, but it's just how it happens for some people, and so like I entitled it "Looking Up Is Courage," and it is. You just have to keep on going and look at the positives, and you just have to be true to yourself.
Mhm.
So that's really what this piece means to me.
I love it because she's looking up, like you said, and there's such a far away look, but she's present too.
Right.
So it's a dichotomy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
So you just started really working with alcohol inks?
Yes. Well, I took about 2 months of graphite drawing classes, and then the pandemic hit. So I tried to continue on my own, and then, like I said, they offered these alcohol ink classes on Zoom,
Mm-hmm.
and I probably have only been doing this maybe 6 months.
Well, that's fantastic. And then you right out of is this the first thing you've ever entered?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
just,
so cool.
yeah. So, yeah, like I said, I'm very excited and encouraged, and I'll have more money to buy art supplies.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Keep that drive going.
Yeah.
So where to from here? Do you have any goals or anything that you are thinking about applying this to? I mean, I want to invite you to become an artist on Art for Your Cause.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that. I've been doing. Can I sell like anything on there? I've been doing
Well,
Switchblade.
it has to be an image of something like your piece.
Oh, it can't be abstract like this?
Well, yeah, it can be abstract. It just can't be a light switch cover.
It can't be, okay.
No.
So
I mean,
I've
I
been
don't
doing-
know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't think it probably matters.
Okay.
The issue is how much can you make from it, and how can you price it to where people will buy it.
Right.
So that's
Okay.
and so just think about that. But I don't think it's an issue to put it on there. No.
Okay. So I've done things like that. I'm just trying it on everything. I just literally bought some pendants I want to try it on for jewelry. But I also, just want to do more art. Now, my friends, I've had at least 5 people offer to buy this since the contest.
Well, make copies of it. You can do that on Art for Your Cause, and if you need help, we can do it for you.
That's what I wanted to know. Do you do that? They wanted also, some people wanted to know, can we get it put on t-shirts? Do you do that?
You can do t-shirts, you can do phone cases, you can do tote bags, and this is all in the dashboard. So you can, if you have a little bit of technical expertise, it doesn't take a lot. Okay. You can do it yourself. If you need help, just email us and we can do it for you.
Great. Okay, cool. Yeah, that'll be great. Okay, yeah. So because I really don't want to.
I'd love to see it, because that way we can put it in the newsletter and support you even more.
Okay, yeah, I'll upload it today then.
Art for Your Cause supports artists. We don't care about, I shouldn't say, we care about artists' livelihood and promoting art. So we pick artists every week out of our stash of artists to be in our newsletter. We put their products in the newsletter. We're not elitists. We're not picky about, some sites, they don't even promote their artists. They just put them on there, and it's up to the artist to promote them, which in a sense you would be wanting to promote your art, which you can do too. We have an affiliate program where I think you signed up for it when you posted your work on the contest. And the affiliate program works like Amazon or any of these affiliate programs. You share it and you earn money off of every sale. Okay. So if your friends buy something and they want to share it, I encourage them to become an affiliate and they can share it. And if somebody buys it from them, they can earn money. So Great. It's a win-win-win for everybody.
Right. Okay. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm. So what are your plans? Do you have any plans on where you're going to take your art career? Just keep going.
Yeah. Wherever it will take me. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Now that I'm retired, I have all kinds of time on my hands. So.
That's great. Well, it's such a pleasure to meet you. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
I can't think of anything. Is there anything else you want to know?
Well, tell me a little bit about your teaching background, because you said you did computers and
music. Yeah.
Wow. Was it like digital music production or?
Well, I started out, my bachelor's is in music ed, and I just started out a regular music teacher. And actually what happened was I was in a K through 8 school, and they decided
in Sun City?
In Peoria, which is right next to Sun City, Peoria, Arizona. And they decided to get rid of the junior high, what was it called? Shop and home ec, and put in the computer lab. And to their credit, they wanted to keep the shop and home ec teachers so they could be employed, of course. Well, the shop teacher kept coming over to me because he knew I knew computers and asking me questions. And I thought, gee, I could be teaching this. And at the time, our governor made it a requirement that teachers have a master's degree by a certain date. So I thought, I'm just going to get my master's in this. And I did. And so then some years I taught technology to junior high, some years I taught music, and some years I literally taught both. Half the day was music, half the day was computers. It's whatever they needed, because the population changes. I was there almost 30 years. So.
Wow. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On your retirement. And now you have a whole new career.
No. Yeah, I'm just loving it. And, being creative, there's just nothing else like it. It touches your soul,
Exactly. So do you see a correlation between music and computers? I mean, as far as the language?
Well, yeah, actually in ancient Greek, they used to teach music as a math class, music theory. So yeah, actually, I know a lot of people who are into both. I think it uses both half of the brain, but there is some sort of a correlation. It just, music, yes, you can be creative, but it's also very logical if you look at the theory of it.
Well, I love talking to you. I could talk to you for hours.
You're okay with me.
You're such a wonderful person.
Oh, thank you.
So, what's it like being a retired artist? Somebody that's not really starting over, but was there, I'm trying to get to a point of asking you a question, and I'm having a hard time with the words. For other people out there that are thinking about retiring, do you have any tips of, they're like, I don't know what I want to do. I want to do something creative, but do you have any suggestions or tips on how they could break through and maybe put their toes in the water if they have some fear or apprehension?
I think for me, I took one class and it was not good. It was watercolor, and the instructor assumed people knew all the terms and just basics, even though they said beginners were welcome. And that was not a good experience. And so I said something to other people in the art club, and they said, oh, you need to take a class from Ruth Little, who is a very accomplished artist, but she's also just this wonderfully patient, understanding person. So I would say find a teacher who will accept you at your level, but definitely try it. It's no one is going to be fantastic at first.
Yeah.
It's the same for me, it's the same with music. You have to practice it. And that's what people have to realize, is you're not going to be, a Van Gogh or a Picasso or whatever the first time you try it, even the first year you try it. It's just, it takes patience and it takes practice, but if you enjoy it, who cares? You'll get there.
I think that's a good point. It's about having fun and enjoying it. If you don't, you're not going to want to do it.
Right. Exactly.
And for many years, I did Alcohol Inc. too, before I kind of retired from art to run this company from doing art. I still have a studio in my garage, but I did Alcohol Inc. for about 4 or 5 years, and I loved it. It's so free, it's so much fun, and you just...
Yeah, exactly. You're never quite sure what you're going to get, but it's so exciting when you do get something.
Yeah, I just made a lot of dots. A lot of flowers with...
Yes. I think flowers are hard.
Yeah, you do?
I'm learning.
Oh, gosh. I think what you did is hard. I would have made mud out of that.
Well, I think for me, I've learned with Alcohol Inc., less is more.
Exactly. Well, it's so great to meet you, and congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
And I look forward to seeing you on Art for Your Cause.
Okay, you will.